Your reaction to the addiction of the addiction that destroys Drake's career.
I think that people have been making fun of him for such a long time that he has really internalized all that. And that dictates the way he probably moves behind the scenes. Your girl, your girl, your girl, because you treat me like this. You think I wasn't cool enough. He's been holding a lot close to the chest.
A lot of in the industry do not try to everybody's. That is not true. If you introduce him to your girl, extra friendly, smiling, he do that, exchanging numbers, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 times, and it ain't just rappers.
Nah, that's crazy.
The athletes, the actors, the golfers, the executives, the tech people.
What is the real issue with you in marriage? Now I gotta dig in and see what's your family like. Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that.
For
You
real.
never walked you to the bus stop. You're
You
mad
don't
about
have
this.
Since the beginning
I'm
of his
not gonna
career, Drake's relationship with women has always been at the forefront of his music. Whether his songs were about going through a breakup, occasionally depicting himself as sensitive, or outright portraying himself as a simp, Drake seemed to genuinely admire women. But over time, things drastically changed until the point he morphed into the self-proclaimed certified lover boy. From venting his feelings of loneliness to an ex on Marvin's Room, through to accusations of rampant misogyny on the 21 Savage assisted her loss, even Drizzy's claim that the only woman he loves is his mom on God's plan was a drastic departure from when he was actively trying to settle down. But where the good
I
guy
don't
image was
care.
once intact and helped skyrocket his career to the top,
They not
that's
gonna
long
keep
gone now and replaced with the perception that, as Kendrick said, Drizzy doesn't even like women. In fact, he only values them when it comes to sexual gratification and as a way to have a one-up on his enemies.
Drake is a ladies man. Well, we've been with that, but Drake is a ladies man for real, bro. Like, ladies find Drake attractive, bro. If you're a lady, if you're a female watching this, do y'all really find Drake attractive? Let me know, cause I'm pretty sure not everybody finds Drake attractive, but yeah.
And friends.
Let me know.
In short, there's now a belief that Drake has a serious sex addiction, which has basically created the predicament he finds himself in today.
He presents himself as like this smart, composed, thoughtful businessman. But your friends, girls, you're not them for them. There's tons of avenues. You're not just doing it to get enough. You're man. That's what you're doing. It sounds crazy, but that's what it's about. I'm gonna do something that I know that I'm gonna have over you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Currently operating in a state that may fill a void inside him while deviating from the image that first made him successful, Drake has made it clear that he's not a one-woman man at this point in his life, nor does he plan to change it. And while that makes him no different from many other superstars, the problem for the Sixth God is that there's a feeling of spite and self-sabotage to how he goes about it that has nearly destroyed his career several times over. So, let's break down the roots of this addiction and how it's been hiding in plain sight for a long time now. When you pattern yourself as a ladies' man, it's really no surprise that you might ruffle some feathers or act impulsively when things don't go your way. Just look at what happened in the aftermath of Drake flying a fresh-faced Ice Spice out to OVO Fest, only to suddenly cut ties with her when it appeared he didn't get what he wanted out of her.
It's been speculated that Drake unfollowed you after.
What was Drake looking for Ice Spice, bro? Was Drake trying to kill or something? Like, what's up? Yeah, Ice Spice was in like Ice Spice was dubbing him or some shit. Like, what's going on?
You want to tell us a tea on that? Shame on you, Drake. Shame on you. Shouldn't have done that.
Happy to ghost someone in an instant, Drake's objectives with up-and-comers like Ice coming to
I mean, I'm pretty sure Ice Spice was excited when she first was dumb hype when she first met Drake. You know, just like any other, you know, like female will get hyped for if any other female fan of Drake that will get hyped to see Drake. You know what
You
I
see
mean?
how much he prides himself on being a bachelor. So when he doesn't get his way, his superstardom allows him to move in a way without any consequences. And this behavior was further highlighted in an interview with Angie Martinez, where French Montana basically lifted the lid on how Drake operates.
There's people with more reputation.
Drake is close. So you and Drake are friends.
Splash Bros. Snipe Squad. You know he gave me the Snipe Squad thing. 10 rules, 10 snipe commandments. Thou shalt not snipe a bro's ting. Thou shalt never pillow talk or discuss business with a ting. On any import from the United States, Canada, or any other region, thou shalt practice a maximum 3-day export rule to avoid frustration. Fly anybody in, give them 3 days so you can avoid frustration. 3 days maximum.
With Drake basically retaining the mindset of a man in his 20s, it explains why Drizzy also doesn't care whose toes he steps on, including sniping someone else's team. Take, for instance, the story of Naomi Cher. Unlike Ice Spice, it's believed that she welcomed Drake's advances despite being in an 8-year relationship. To make matters worse, Drake had worked out with her then-boyfriend just days before, only to later post an IG picture after the story broke captioned, "Without remorse." There faithful relationship 8 years long with an engagement and wedding plan. Her former fiance, Jamie Sunset. Then this major opportunity comes and a world star calls her fiance to sign a record deal. Flies you both over, and then, out of nowhere, all the trust is vanished with knives in your back and in your home. I am no longer with the person people think I'm together with. I am no longer with the 8 years I thought I was together with. With someone like Jamie participating in the music industry at a lower level, Drake clearly had no concerns when it came to trampling over his life to get what he wanted. But even though he got away with just a bit of reputational damage that time, recently it's become clear that Drake's promise to French Montana about never getting involved with someone else's girl is just talk. Because when you look back, Drake has a habit of bringing women into almost all of his beefs with other rappers. And in the view of one of his biggest supporters and academics, this is where Drake has been a habitual line crosser.
I keep asking people, and they're like, yo, listen, Drake's so sloppy with it. All these guys, they share the same problem with girls. It's a thin line between, like, yo, these are like the community chicks that we all, and, yo, you're doing certain to kind of like disrespect.
In Axe View, this has always been a key part of how Drake has operated, long before it led Future to call him a fan on We Don't Trust You. Case in point, just look at why his decade-long feud with CB started.
Imagine.
Yeah, bro. If y'all don't know, Drake and Chris CB was beefing over Rihanna, bro. They had a fight in a club in New York City back then,
How old
but they squashed it years later.
Drake was when Drake sends a bottle over there with a note that says, I'm the love of your life. That was supposedly the note. And right then, beef starts. So Drake is in the club, supposedly with Meek and some other people, and Chris Brown is there, and Drake sends a thing over like, I'm the love of your life. Drake
If Drake did that, then that's he wildin', bro.
It's a savage.
Yeah, man, you have to do it.
Back when Drake and Chris had some bad blood over Rihanna, the whole thing likely made things awkward at parties, but didn't really spill out onto record or really even enter the public consciousness at the time. But that hasn't always been the case. And much like his dispute over Princess Diana with Future, it was his decision to mess with other people's girls that led his ghostwriting scandal with Quentin Miller to come to light in the first place, in turn creating a narrative that's haunted him ever since.
That's how the whole thing started with even the reference tracks. DJ Drama said, bro, he didn't write that. The guy in my studio in Atlanta, he recorded it, and Drake just sang it over. That's how that started. So two guys who thought Drake, their chicks, basically created that moment.
But while all of these incidents could have been damaging to his career, if you need to look at how far Drake will push it when it comes to women, look no further than him betraying his very own mentor when he was at his lowest. A story that was brought to light in a bar by Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, the allegation
Fucked on Wayne's girl while he was in jail. That's convenient. Then get his face at her like a bitch apologizing. Damn, bro. So Drake slept with Lil Wayne's girl?
that Drake Wayne's girl when he was in jail have actually
These the allegations, by the way.
been around for a while. And to Weezy's credit, he's done his best to shoot Drake some bail.
I wasn't worried about that. Because I like, bro, when you locked up, she still be texting me and stuff, you know?
However, this is only one side of the real story that never gets reported, because as Weezy disclosed in his autobiography, this actually took a real toll on him. As a man, he wrote, I woke up still feeling messed up about the day that I had. Hell is what it was. I'm used to arguing with my girl on a daily basis. Finding out that she messed with Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have found out.
Oh shit! So it's basically so Wayne's basically confirming that his girl like was jacking Drake. Damn, what's
Seemingly happy to backstab one of the people who had done the most for his career, this would point to the sheer depths of Drake's issues when it comes to his addiction. But as for how Drake's addiction manifested in the first place, there's a couple of theories, but both boil down to the same thing. It's his way of getting back at the tough times in his youth, or proving everyone wrong who doubted that a suburban Jewish kid from Toronto could make it big in hip-hop. And during an in-depth conversation on the Joe Budden podcast, they weighed in on how people's perceptions of him influenced his tendency to forget his loyalties and go after women who should be off limits.
Let's have a real conversation about how talk about Drake behind the scenes and how people in the industry talk about Drake and how they view Drake like he's a corny who grew up not getting no, and now he got money and now he's able to afford that, right?
Left with a deficit he's now trying to make up for, this explains some of the recklessness in how Drake pursues women. Because for him, it's personal, and a way to further assert his place at the top.
Bottom line is, most of these in the industry that have grown up a certain way don't like that this moves in a fashion move because they never had a respect for him. You just said that a lot of the industry do that. A lot of the industry do not try to everybody's. That is not true. If you introduce them to your your girl extra friendly, smiling. He do that, exchanging names. He 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 times. And it ain't just rappers. The athletes, the actors, the golfers.
Yeah, it's not just rappers. It's just entertainers. Period. You feel me?
The executives, the tech people. The difference is you might be more comfortable being way more vocal about that you never respected than your other.
While Joe Budden thinks that this is all about how he's been treated in the game and he's now trying to get back, others feel it goes deeper than just rap. According to Nadeska and Ebro, it goes back to how he's been treated by the world as a whole, not just the industry. Because when the world has looked down on him or made him a figure of sad boy memes, being the guy who can steal your girl in a moment's notice is his way of proving himself as the star he always saw himself as.
I think that people have been making fun of him for such a long time that he has really internalized all that. And that dictates the way he probably moves behind the scenes. Your girl, because he treated me like this. You think I wasn't cool enough? He's been holding a lot close to the chest.
Damn, Drake be bagging these rappers' girls, bro. Drake be stealing these girls from these niggas, bro.
Due to social media,
Niggas be tight over that.
for listing all of the people, it was like a list of 40 people.
Which I understand. I mean, if you truly in love with that girl, then I understand, bro. That's not cool at the end of the day.
That Drake either has problems or has had
That's not
problems
valid at the end of the day.
the
That's
women,
not starting.
The men, the women have decided to be with. At a certain point, you start going, wait, it can't be everybody else, bro.
But above all, it's not just Drake's obvious over-reliance on sex that's the issue,
Wow.
nor even his ruthless backstabbing of his enemies. The real problem is how his behavior and personal circumstances have shaped a negative attitude towards women that threatens to be his downfall. Because from Pusha T to Kendrick Lamar, every time that he's been forced to take an L in a battle, it's when he comes at someone's spouse or fiance. And in Push's view, this goes all the way back to the trials and tribulations of his youth.
Now I gotta dig deeper. What is the real issue with you in marriage? Now I gotta dig in and see, what's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. He never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this.
Left without a strong role model and instead given a father who's still chasing girls himself to this day in a slightly creepy way, it explains why Drake thinks nothing of getting involved with someone else's girl, nor discrediting someone else's wife. While for someone like Pusha, Kendrick, or even A$AP Rocky, who adopted the Drizzy beef after lines about his wife from For All the Dogs, this wouldn't be an option. In turn, creating the sense that Drake may have plenty of relationships with women, but doesn't ultimately respect them. Left embarrassed by his own actions and with his peers now calling him out, Drake's got a serious wake-up call to change his ways. Because if he doesn't, this addiction might destroy his career, his legacy, and maybe even his life.
So, yeah, that's a vid, you feel me? Drake, man. Drake be stealing these rappers. Drake be stealing, this video basically, like, Drake be stealing these rappers, like, these rappers girls, bro. He even messed with Lil Wayne's girl, bro. Like, how you gonna do that to Lil Wayne, bro? Your mentor, bro. But yeah, bro, that's that, you know. What y'all think about Drake, bro? Do y'all think his career is over? You feel me? Cause for me personally, even though like he took it out with Kendrick Lamar, I don't think his career is over. You feel me? Drake is still gonna be Drake. He's still gonna do numbers, all that, bro. You feel me? So yeah, bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm the vibes. We're just checking out you are.